Casey talks. Oh yeah.
Hi, Casey here, and today I'm going to do a product review on all the products that I actually use in my loft. Excuse the noise up front. One of my neighbors is actually doing some construction. So to introduce the whole topic, I have had my loft for about 6 years now, and over these 6 years, I've actually used a great amount of different products, like trial and error. And basically, I don't like to waste products or waste money, basically. So actually, if I buy a product and I don't like how it works, I still use it out till it finishes. Yeah. So I've had my fair share of different products through the years. But today I'm going to try to do the products that have left a lasting impression on me and that I still use from time to time. People always ask me what I use in my hair. I don't think it's so much the products that give good results in the end. It's more like the upkeeping, the continuous kind of attention you pay to your hair and your locks that really gives you a good result in the end. So yeah, let's begin. I'm actually going to begin with my favorite products that I use in my hair, and that is Indian hemp. The packaging look, but actually this is not the only brand of Indian hemp that I use personally. There are many different brands that you can find in Pennywise, those who live in Trinidad and Tobago, or online as well. Yeah, there are many different brands, and I use any of them that I can get. Yeah, I'm not very picky. All of them give me the same results. I use this probably like about 2 to 3 times a week. This is how it looks. You can actually see the herbs in there. And I don't know what these herbs do, but this is like a miracle product. I use this like 2 to 3 times, and I particularly put a lot of this in my hair right after I'm finished washing my hair. This just brings the hair back to the natural state. I just love this product. Some of the reasons why I love this product is that it gives your hair a very healthy glow. Not greasy. Healthy. It makes the hair softer and easier to handle. That is so true, because like if you don't really want to use the waxy type products in your hair, you can use this, and it actually softens your hair, makes it easier, more manageable to twist and lock and whatnot. It doesn't give you a lot of product buildup. Now, product buildup is a serious thing. There are products out here who, when you use them on a day-to-day basis, you need to wash your hair like once a week, because the product buildup makes the hair get dirty real quick. This is not one of them. This product, I don't know, like absorbs into the hair. I really think like if I put on this product today, by tomorrow my hair, I don't feel it on my hair. It doesn't build up. So if I put this 2 to 3 times a week, I can go longer periods of time without having to wash my hair if I use this alone. Some disadvantages of this product: the very night. I usually put this on in the night because that's when I usually do stuff with my hair. The night or the day, when you put this product in your hair, you may have to use a head tie, because within that period of time, it could get some oil on you or some grease on your pillow, and you don't want that, so you have to change your pillowcase very often, and if you don't, it can lead to acne. Alright. Then, with this particular brand, and most of the brands with Indian hemp, is kind of very sweet. I am very particular when it comes to scents and my hair. I don't like sweet or overwhelming scents because they actually make me feel sick after a while. So I try to avoid that, but unfortunately it cannot be avoided with Indian hemp or the products that the brands that I have used thus far. They all have a very sweet, overwhelming scent. It doesn't give much hold, right? So if you really want to get that neat, sleek effect in a hairstyle, this wouldn't be enough to you, right? The neatness effect of it is very little, right? You can, if you're not one of those people who like your hair super neat, but if for special occasions when you really want the neat look, this would not be enough for you. So the next product I'm going to show you all was actually introduced to me by main hairdresser, and I saw her use this, and I found it worked so well that I went out and saw this and I bought it. And it's just for me. Now, I know you'll probably recognize this. I bought this in Pennywise the other day. Yeah. And as I was saying, that it's a kid's brand, just for me, by Soft and Beautiful. And it's hair milk, right? Now, this, I just feel like if when I use this, my hair is more moisturized. It just feels like it's nourishing my hair. Does that make sense? Do you all feel that way sometimes when you use something? You kind of prefer it because you think that it's good for your hair, even though it may not be. This has soy milk and honey. But I don't know, this just feels, when you put this in your hair, it feels soft, it feels manageable, it feels like it's just moisturized, real nice, and it's light, you know, yeah. This can be used every day. That is one of the advantages. The product buildup is medium. You will get some product buildup, more than the Indian hemp in my opinion, but it still can be used every day, and it wouldn't have you wanting to wash your hair like every week you have to wash your hair, right? It gives you a medium hold. So still it's better than the Indian hemp, but it still isn't it still isn't the best product if you really want to get that sleek look, you know. But it gives a good for day-to-day use. I will recommend it. If you're just going out running errands, you want a hairstyle for day-to-day use, I definitely recommend this for day-to-day use. Not so much for special occasions. You know, and again, one of the disadvantages is that the scent is sweet. I don't know what it is with me and my nose, but these sweet scents really gets to me after a while. I feel like it's just, yeah, it's like competing with my perfume, and I don't like these overwhelmingly sweet scents, and this has a sweet scent to it. And it can be a bit oily as well, so you'll want to use a head tie after using this product. So the next product I'm going to show you is my Let's Jam. Now, I always have a bottle of this in my house or my cupboard, but I rarely use it. I use this for only special occasions and for only when I really want that extra sleek look. This gives great hold, but I use the actual extra hold brand. Oh, did I show you? Right, so this is the Let's Jam, and it's from Soft Sheen Carson. I'll link all the products below. Yeah, and the product names, just in case you missed it. Yeah, this gives you great hold. It gives you a neat finish, and this is for really those occasions that you really want to hear your locks to look super neat and just perfect. Yes, this brings out that quality. The disadvantages of it is that it has a lot of buildup. When I used, like at first, when I first was introduced to this brand, I was so excited. It was like, oh my god, I can actually have neat hair every day. Wow. But this gives a lot of product buildup. If you use this in your hair every day, you may need to wash your hair like once a week. It is sweet as well. I don't know, these products are just sweet. That is a disadvantage for me, and it is very oily. Yeah, so you may need to use a head tie as well. So those are actually the three major products that I use for styling in my hair. Notice that I don't use beeswax because it's just a bit too much. Beeswax actually makes the hair, it gives extreme buildup in my opinion, and it just almost everything from around in the air just kind of sticks into your hair. It makes it kind of mesh, makes your hair dirty. And as well, I had a experience with beeswax where bees actually attacked my head. Yeah, beeswax can attract bees. I know, I learned that the hard way, but that, along with the fact that it gives extreme buildup, are reasons that I don't use beeswax anymore. Yeah, so another thing that I do, and you all should do too, is wash your locks, right? For washing products, this is maybe kind of strange. Do you think this weird? I don't use conditioner in my hair, like ever. I don't use conditioner. And the reason why I don't use conditioner is that I find that when I do use conditioner, it leaves my actual lock frizzy. Like, I don't know what it is, but it actually like curls out the hair from each individual lock. Do you all have that problem? Is it just me? Is it just in my mind? But conditioner for me just makes my hair more messy, right? And it makes like the re-neatening process after washing harder. Because people who have locks will know that basically every time you wash your hair, the new locks that are now trying to form in, they come back out. So it's like you have to retwist, like you have to redo, you have to start over the process in a way. I find using conditioner actually makes that process a bit harder and longer. So what I like to do is actually condition my hair after washing with shampoo, with just like using a lot of Indian hemp and other moisturizing products, because I find that conditioner just doesn't work for me. But for shampoo, I usually use any cleansing shampoo because it's very important to cleanse more than anything when you have locks. And I usually use V05. This is a cheap brand, but it works good. I don't understand what people have against this brand. It works great for me. Now, if you notice, I am actually using Extra Body right now. Yeah. This is a result of sending your husband to buy shampoo for you. But me being the conservative person that I am, I decided I'll use this out to the very end, and then I will buy the usual cleansing V05 that I usually use. Yeah. And in terms of dyeing my hair, I do dye my hair. And I actually use Dark and Lovely, that brand Dark and Lovely, but I use Midnight Blue instead of black. Now, most people, I love Midnight Blue. And whenever people ask me, oh my god, your hair looks so healthy, what is your secret? I recommend dyeing your hair. Now I know not everyone is comfortable dyeing their hair with black, especially if you're thinking about dyeing it a color after that, because getting that black dye out of your hair will be the most haunting experience you have with your locks. So before dyeing your hair black or midnight blue, you need to really think about the future of your hair color, because you'll have to strip that out of your hair in order to get any color after that, right? So you need to make up your mind, I want my hair to be black from now on, and then go forth, right? Midnight blue, I don't have any dye with me at this moment, but I usually dye my hair every 3 months. Right about now, it's probably midway towards its way to getting dyed. And midnight blue, instead of black, pure black, it actually gives your hair more healthy glow rather than matte black. I think when people dye their hair black, it looks really fake almost, like you can tell that that person dyed their hair, you know, and that shouldn't be the point. So that's why I prefer to use midnight blue. So people who dye their hair black, try midnight blue. Just try it once and you'll never go back. Yes. So I love that dye, Midnight Blue from Dark and Lovely. And yeah, a lot of just by me. How often do I lock my hair? As I mentioned before, I got this product here, was advised me by my hairdresser. Now, I actually go to my hairdresser probably like twice a year. And those are like real special occasions where I really want to doll up. Right? But other than that, I do my hair myself. And that I never lock or twist my entire hair. That is a rare occasion. That is like hardly ever. What I do is that I actually twist my hair into style. So if I'm doing this style here, this part here will be out, I probably will just twist here. If like I was going out a fancy occasion and I really want to look neat, just twist here to give hair the neat look. While all underneath here will be messy because nobody is seeing that, right? So I twist my hair according to the style. And I also interlock. But I do not use the locking needle. I actually just interlock with my hand. Throughout the day, playing with my hair as, oh, this one feels like if it's a lot of new growth, I just take my hand and interlock it. I'll probably do a video on how I do that. But I actually find that it's very effective in terms of maintenance, like general maintenance, instead of paying money to go by the hairdresser every month. However, if the hairdresser is good, like my hairdresser is, you still want to be going there, but I try to like minimize the amount of time. Yeah, and that's it. That is all the products I use in my hair, and a little peek view into also my locking routine. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And thanks for the people who have subscribed thus far. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.